But we lose sight of the fact that if we are to be strong, if we are to face these challenges with resilience, with tenacity, that we also have to be subjected to pressure. We have to be subjected to what a diamond is subjected to. We fail to appreciate that diamonds get molded through these highly pressured conditions, and therefore we should celebrate these pressures of life because they are responsible for our great nature. They are responsible for who we become as we improve our lives, as we develop our lives, as we grow our lives, as we bring about greatness in our lives. When life's sufferings come our way to put pressures on us, we should not collapse. Rather, we should become strong. We should become hard. We should become unbreakable like diamonds. We should possess that quality so that we can triumph over our adversity, that we can triumph over our difficulties, so that we can prevail over our problems, we prevail over our stress, we prevail over our depression, we prevail over everything that stops us from moving forward. We prevail over our anxiety. Therefore then, if a diamond forms under extreme pressure, if the strength that it acquires results from this tremendous pressure, then we understand why it is so strong. We understand why it is so tough. We understand why it is so hard. The hardness that the diamond possesses results from the pressure that it is subjected to over a number of years. That's what builds its character. That's what develops its character. That's what grows its character. That's what enhances its character. That's what gives rise to what it becomes. One other important nature and characteristic of a diamond is that it is able to cut other objects to conform to a certain shape. It is able to affect and influence other objects. Because of the hardness, because of this tough nature, this tough characteristic, it is able to prevail over other materials. Now, being a human diamond therefore gives you an opportunity to affect other people's lives positively as you mold them, as you influence them, as you affect them, as you interact with them on a daily basis. You're able to touch the hearts and minds of those around you. You are able to do that positively as you build them, as you grow them, as you develop them, as you bring about positive change in their lives. We all need the mighty strength that a diamond possesses. We all need that mighty strength that a diamond has. And we should appreciate those who have attained this level in their lives. We should strive to ensure that we also attain that same level because we believe and are convinced that we can be at the same level as we look at those around us who have managed to possess this strength. As we consider them, as we learn a number of lessons from them, it should occur to us that it did not happen by accident, it did not happen overnight. It did not happen through spontaneity. These people had to make sacrifices. These people had to spend long hours working on themselves. They had to burn midnight oil as they were trying to improve their lives, as they were trying to bring about development in their lives. Now, because these people made sacrifices, it tells us that we also have to make sacrifices if we want to become better in our lives. Patience played a major role. As they acquired diamond qualities, it happened not overnight. It happened over a relatively long period of time. For this reason, you should not expect to become a diamond overnight or instantly, or you should not expect to have all the qualities, the characteristics and traits of a diamond overnight. It's not an event, but it's a process. It's a continuous process. Therefore, be patient with yourself as you become better and better, as you improve your life, as you improve who you are. Just take time and be easy on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, because remember that even a diamond becomes a diamond not overnight, but it takes years, it takes decades, it takes a relatively long period of time as it's being subjected to that pressure. It's not something that just happens overnight, but it's a process. It's a long process. You've got to understand that it's a process. You've got to understand that this process takes time. So you take time working on yourself. Don't give up. Don't sit back. Don't relax. Just keep on working on yourself. Keep on working on those things that are going to define your life. Those things that are going to manifest improvement in your life. Just focus on those things on a daily basis, and remember that it's a baby step, that you just take one step at a time, but eventually you will reach your goal. Eventually you will attain those levels in life that you are hoping to attain. Each and every day you need to celebrate the milestones that you are reaching, but don't expect everything to simply fall on you, everything to simply manifest itself, everything to simply create or be created in your life. But you need to understand that there is this process as you keep on building yourself day in and day out. Be kind to yourself. Understand that this is a process. Understand that this is a process, not an event. Because patience plays a major role when you want to acquire the qualities of a diamond. For this reason, don't expect everything to be easy. Don't expect it to be a walk in the park. Don't expect that. That's the problem that many of us experience. We think that things are going to be easy. We think that things are going to be smooth. But that's not how life is. Life is more complex than that. As you navigate life, as you navigate the complexities of life, you need to understand that there are troubles out there. The problems out there, the challenges out there. You need to understand that there are troubles, there are challenges, there are tribulations, there will be stress, there will be anxiety, there will be all these things, there will be all these things that will be defining your life, that will keep on visiting you, keep on trying to take over your life. You have to understand that. You've got to appreciate that day in and day out. You've got to take note of it. You've got to keep on understanding that your life is a process. Your life keeps on being manifested each and every day as you interact with things around you. stress, depression, and anxiety will attempt to break your spirit from time to time. Stress, depression, and anxiety will try to prevail over you. But because you are a diamond, you possess the qualities, the characteristics, the traits of a diamond. You are resilient, you are strong, you are hard. And you make sure that in spite of all these things, that you prevail over your circumstances, that you prevail over your troubles, over your problems, over everything that sits in the way, everything that stops you from reaching for. Because you've got these characteristics of a diamond. A diamond is cherished by people from all walks of life for a number of reasons. One of them is the hardness that it possesses. People will try to shatter you into pieces. They will try to shatter you into smithereens. But you say within yourself that I'm a diamond, that I'm made of that strong material, that resilient material. And that because of that material, I am able to stand the test of time. Even when there is fire upon me, that I can always prevail. That I can always say that I was born for such a time as to become victorious, such a time as to prevail over problems that I face along the way. But people will try to employ a host of tactics designed to frustrate you, designed to kill your spirit, because they can tell that you are struggling. They can tell that there are things that are bothering you. So they take advantage of the situation with a view of destroying you and destroying your spirit. Whatever they do to you, and regardless of what happens to you, remember that your material is superior, that your material is that of a diamond, because you are a diamond yourself. You are hard to break into pieces, and you remain strong as a diamond, in spite of experiencing some moments of fragility in your inner self. Such moments needn't overpower your tough character, which maintains your diamond nature. Therefore, then rise up and grab courage, because it will inject a spirit of triumph in you. In your quest to become a diamond, keep doing the right things for years. Keep doing the right things for decades. Just keep on doing those things that will bring about positive change. Keep on doing those things that will develop you. Keep on doing those things that will grow your character. Keep on doing those things that will improve who you are, because the properties of diamonds are such that they have to be formed over a very long period of time, over a relatively long period of time. You also should appreciate the fact that diamonds are also cut and polished to become their best. They have to be polished, they have to be prepared for presentation. They have to be prepared. They must be prepared for display. As you are going through the cut and polish phase, don't lose strength, don't give up. Don't lose heart. Don't lose tenacity. Just keep that brightness. Just keep that brilliance. Keep shining brilliantly. And display those great qualities and character throughout the process.